The writer Amelia Barr states that it is in bad weather that the storm masters us, but in joy we face the storm and defy it. This speaks on how, with positivity, the human psyche can overcome any adversity that it is faced with. In our modern times, and most importantly, our current one, we find ourselves most often stuck at home, unable to do much of anything. Because of this lack of activity in our daily lives, we find ourselves plagued with negative thoughts such as self-worth, anxiety, and it can only spiral downwards from there. I myself have dealt with these negative thoughts like anxiety and, in more extreme terms, depression for the better part of my young life. As such, I have found ways to combat these negative thoughts and better myself as a whole. And that's exactly what I'm here to talk to you about today. Ways for you all to combat these negative thoughts like anxiety, self-worth, and in most cases depression with simple tips and tricks I have learned throughout the years. I propose that you all do various activities like journaling, setting goals for yourself, and simply just making time for yourself during these tough times to help uplift your negative thoughts. The Hopkins Medical Institute states that self-quarantining is an appropriate act against the coronavirus, and as such is a measure most Americans are taking to avoid getting sick. Because of this reason, most people are not leaving the confines of their homes except to do such simple activities like grocery shopping to get their basic needs like food and water. And even then, most people are hiring other people like those who buy groceries for others to just deliver it to their homes. And like I said previously, because of the lack of activity in our daily lives, there will be negativity within us, and in most often cases can lead to depression. The CDC states that because of the quarantine, because of the coronavirus, there will be an increase in suicide rates. Because most people will be stuck within the confines of their homes and with prior conditions cannot handle the stress or rather impact it has upon their daily life. As such, it is imperative that the populace brace their mental state for this rapid change. The coronavirus has pushed us into our homes and made us fear for our safety and the safety of our family members. And as such, most people are finding themselves complacent. But does this truly mean that people are finding themselves under the guise of depression? Why, yes, it does, as the writer Howard B. states that in his article, the Disaster Distress Hotline saw a 338% increase during the month of March alone. While suicide rates have gone down, this is most likely because most people have not traversed into the homes of others. In terms of the world around us, the writer Dempsey G. states that the Arizona mental health professionals in our state have found a dramatic increase in demand since the quarantine began. To be able to combat these negative thoughts, one can do simple tips and tricks that are recommended by multiple therapists to help uplift your negative thoughts. The Institute Mental Health America states that there are quite simple ways to help combat these negative thoughts from right at home. One way is keeping a journal of your life and simply record 3 things that you were happy about yourself that day, as well as 3 things you were happy about accomplishing that day. By doing so, you can track your days in a positive way and keep goals of yourself to be able to mark progress in your daily life. In this way, you can help your self-worth as you are seeing your own progress. Make sure you're also keeping track of the days, because most of us, admittedly, have already lost track of that. Why, I didn't even know it was Tuesday today. And, well, the coronavirus has caused many people to change their routines, their habits, and even how they do work, how they do their jobs. And as such, most people have found themselves complacent and with their situation often are leading themselves down a line of depression. To be able to combat these negative thoughts and a possible depression, one can do simple tips and tricks that are recommended by multiple therapists, such as exercising and journaling to keep your mental state up. You are the main character in your story, and it is your job to make sure that character reaches a happy end by the story's end. Don't let this be it.